وأشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
قال لا إله إلا الله جزاك الله خير بسعادة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهده الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وحبيبه أشهد أنه قد بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة ومحى الغمة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين فصلاة وسلاما على عبدك ونبيك محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ما أصاب من مصيبة في الأرض ولا في أنفسكم إلا في كتاب من قبل أن نبرأها إن ذلك على الله يسير لكي لا تأسوا على ما فاتكم ولا تفرحوا بما أتاكم. ويقول الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم عجبا لأمر المؤمن إن أمره كله خير إن أصابته سراء شكر فكان خيرا له وإن أصابته ضراء صبر فكان خيرا له رواه مسلم أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. أما بعد, all praise to Allah, all praise to Allah, the one, the only, the one who should be worshipped. I bear witness that He is the creator of this universe and He is the one who should be worshipped. I bear witness that Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam is His messenger, true mercy sent to us. If we follow His path, inshallah we'll be in Jannah. Amma ba'd. Life is not that simple. Subhanallah, always I wonder what will happen if everyone is rich and everyone is happy and everyone is having a good time and enjoying but this is not life. Life has ups and downs. Lives have good and bad. I'll start with the story with Sayyidina Ali. Sayyidina Ali one day was walking and Sahaba are sitting, or companions are sitting, and said, what is the most powerful things Allah created? And Sayyidina Ali immediately said 10, as he knows the answer. 10. What's the 10? How come 10? He said, radiallahu anhu warda, the first thing is the jibal, the mountains, al-jibal al-rasiyat, and then the iron which cuts the mountains, and then the fire which cuts the iron, burn the iron, and then the water will turn off the fire, and then the clouds will carry the water, and then the air will push the clouds. Then who do you think? Then Ibn Adam, we humans can take care and move through the air. Have you seen that? With the wind and high wind, you still move in. And then 7, the human. 8, what else? When someone gets drunk, do you see the drunk person when he's walking? I saw him from 27 years ago. Like the first one I saw drunk in my life, he's walking like this, shivering in the road. And then the sleep. When sleep comes in, you cannot do anything. You're gone. Number 10 is what? Alham. If you have a huge calamity, if you had a huge problem, even the sleep goes away. How many people you know that sometimes they cannot sleep at night because they think, what should we do in our lives? Why Allah got me this? Why Allah got me that? Why I'm doing this? Why my kids? Why my family? Why money, right? Why everything? And everyone, by the way, if you think that this is the problem, every one of us, Allah put something in his head. That something is, I'm missing something. I want to be Bill Gates. Even the youth, I want to be a YouTuber or whatever now is happening in this world, that I want to get money easy. You see the person who's doing this, 15 million, he gets around check, I'm not sure how much, every month. He's doing this. I said, come on, I can do that. But it's him. Always we are thinking, what should we do? Then, what should we do to relieve ourselves? First of all, you have to know that you're not alone. Every one of us, even the youth, even the toddlers, he want to eat or she want to eat. She posts, she have no problems. And then you go up, I want to go to school, I don't want to study. It's a ham. Even if you are in the high rank as a PhD or a doctor or something, you're scared about your license. You have money, you're scared that something will happen to you. Then always first, you have to know that you're not alone. Two, look at the people before you. Sayyidina Nuh, his calamity, he's a Sayyidina. He's a prophet. He's min ul azm. What is his calamity? His son. His son. They didn't believe in him. 1,000 years, less 50. He's conveying the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and who you most loved person in the world? Your son. But still he said, no, I will not go with you. Remember that. Sayyidina Ibrahim, his people, he wants them to join, and they throw him in the fire. Go. And then he goes out, and he goes to Egypt, and they want to take his wife. Subhanallah. He gets older, he has a son. Allah commanded him to kill his son. Not even a command, a dream. Wow. If you think about these calamities, it's a problem. Sayyidina Musa, if you read the Quran, across the Quran, calamity after a calamity after a calamity, and until the end of his life, Sayyidina Musa has problems. And definitely, I cannot go away without talking about the most beloved person, Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. His people denied everything from him. Not only that, they fought with him. Not only that, all his kids except one died in his lifetime. Not only that, his grandkids died in his lifetime. His wife, his uncle, his support, everything. Isn't that a calamity? You have to, where is my calamity in these calamities? Where is mine? It's nothing. Allah, if you think about it, it's nothing. Compared to these prophets, I don't see a problem. One of the tabi'een, his name is Ibrahim ibn Adham. Someone has a calamity, sitting, feeling like all of us, I don't want to do next. And he asked him, can I ask you 3 questions? And answer me truly. And everyone, the question is every one of you, think about this question and answer it. First question, do you think anything in this universe runs without the permission of Allah? No. Does anyone have yes? No. Everything runs with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do you think your rizq, what Allah wrote to you, anyone can stop him? Still. No. We believe no. Do you think, the third question, if you stay in this your life will shorten or prolong, whatever you like? The answer is still no. Then, why you're so feeling bad? Life will move on. The goodness is inside of understanding. I'm not saying that you will not be hurt. Every one of us can be hurt. But it's inside. You have to accept that. The calmness. Oh, I know everything from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But still, I forgot one of the prophets. Imagine a son of a prophet, a son of a prophet, of a prophet, of a prophet. And he's sold as a slave. And he went to jail. Does anyone here have that? Do you know the name now? Sayyidina Yusuf. When someone came to Sayyidina Umar and said, أنا الكريم ابن الكريم ابن الكريم ابن الكريم, قال كذبت. الكريم ابن الكريم ابن الكريم ابن الكريم, the generous and generous and generous, this is the lineage, is Yusuf, ibn Yaqub, ibn Ishaq, ibn Ibrahim. 4 perfect people Allah created, subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the poet, I wrote it, but I will not say it because I'm late a little bit. يا صاحب الهم إن الهم منفرج أبشر بخير فإن الفارج الله. It's a long one, but five. I'll not talk about them now. You know that Allah is the one who clears all the ham. Every ham in your world, Allah takes care of it. But the problem is, we misconnect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I thought that the ham will be relieved with my brother here. And my brother doesn't have anything. He's weak like me. Who should use the raise? Instead of asking permission from him, ask permission from him. It's that simple. Oh, Allah help me. How many times Allah asked you to go asleep at night? When you sleep at night, wake up 2 rak'ah at night. And I say, oh, at night I cannot wake at Fajr, before Fajr. I didn't say it before Fajr, after Isha. We pray Isha, hopefully. After Isha, you stand in the side, pray to Allah. Raise your hand. Oh Allah, help me. And name your calamity. Name your calamity. Look at this dua that I picked. Like I said, I have a khutbah about the ad'iyah, the dua in the day long. But I picked only one dua for today, for the ham. Look at this. من قال إذا أصبح وإذا أمسى حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم 7 مرات كفاه الله ما اهتم. If you say حسبي الله, you have to try to memorize it. حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم 7 times. How long does it take? 30 seconds? 1 minute? You can say it anytime. Try to memorize. Some of the hadith, wallahi, we need just to memorize. Remember that the Prophet ﷺ one day he came to the mosque. And some people think that the Sahaba are superpowers, supermen. They don't have problems, they don't have calamities. No, they are like us. They have problems, they have calamities, they have everything. They have everything like us, exactly like us. But they have yaqeen. This is the difference between them and us. They have yaqeen here in their hearts that Allah is the only owner of this universe. The Prophet went and saw someone called Abu Umama in the mosque. In the time there is no prayer. And the Prophet asked him, why you're sitting here? And Abu Umama told him, it's calamities, it's humum. So many things happening in this world around me. And the Prophet told him, قال بلى قال إذا أصبحت وإذا أمسيت قل اللهم إني أعوذ بك من الهم والحزن. In the day and in the night you say اللهم إني أعوذ بك من الهم والحزن. That's it. How fast is it said? 2 seconds, 3 seconds. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من الهم والحزن. Every day and night. 3 times. I don't think it's hard, but we need to get used to it. Now, I know I can talk about calamities, but really, we're moving to a close day that I want to talk about it, especially to the youth and especially to everyone. The Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam. If you know him, wallahi, your heart will be happy. When you speak about him, you feel happiness in the heart. But the problem is that if I asked the youth, what do you know about the Prophet? I'll be surprised if they talk for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I just asked him for 2 minutes. I put last year money against that. And alhamdulillah, I kept my money. Because no one of the youth came to me and said, I can talk about the Prophet. Again, I'm saying, if you can talk about the Prophet for 2 minutes, I can give $10 on air. Here, definitely in Canada, not somewhere else. But I'm talking about here. Talk about the Prophet. To talk about the Prophet, you need to know about him. I got 28 points. Quickly, I'll talk about them. But we need to know more about the Prophet. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لكم فاستغفروا يا فوز المستغفرين. اللهم اغفر لي اللهم اغفر اللهم فتكرمت يا إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا أما بعد. The Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام لقد جاء الله سبحانه وتعالى talking about him لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم. The Prophet is the most beloved person to us, and he loves all of us more than he loved even anything. He loved all of us. He wants all of us to go to Jannah. But the question, do you know him? Do you know him? That's the question to everyone. Do you know him? Let's see. I'll give 28 points quickly, inshallah, and we'll see what can you remember from it. The first thing is he born on Monday, and everyone is celebrating the 12th of Rabi' al-Awwal. And there is no authenticated hadith saying that he was born on that day. By the way, the calendar at that era wasn't there at all. You cannot find a calendar saying the Prophet, but they're guessing. It's a guessing. That's why they name it by a year. But he was born on Monday. Back home when he was born, with the Nabi, what do? You eat sweets. You eat whatever. But what did the Prophet do? Does he eat sweets too? No. The Prophet, when he was born, he said, يَوْمُ الْإِثْنَيْنِ ذَلِكَ يَوْمٌ وُلِدْتُ فِيهِ. This is the day I was born in. And he fasted that day. He fasted that day. If you want to celebrate, then if I want to have a birthday for the year, I know it's hard, but if you imagine that you have a birthday, you tell your son or daughter, you have to fast that day. Okay? This is the end of the relation between you and her, on him. But anyway. 2. who breastfeed him? Her name is Halima Sa'diyya. His mother died when he was 6. He went to his grandfather. Who is his grandfather? Abdul Muttalib. He died when he was 8. The Prophet. Then he moved to his uncle. And when he was 14, he went to Shem. And the story of Bahira, it's a big story. It's a long story. I cannot talk about Bahira. Is the first one. He knew that he is the Prophet. And he asked him to go back to Mecca. And Abu Talib went back to Mecca. And then when he was 25, he was married to Khadija. He got 6 of his kids from her. 6. Who are the 6? Zainab, wa Ruqayya, wa Kulthum, wa Fatima. 4 girls. 4 girls. And 2 boys. Abdullah and Al-Qasim. 6 of them. Okay? All of them died in his lifetime. Except one, Fatima. Died 6 months after. And he told her that you're the first one who's dying after me. Imagine that we give birth to kids and you want them to prolong, to live forever. But the Prophet told her no. She died almost 28. Subhanallah. And she said, Nisa al-Alameen. What did she do? I always question that. What did she do to be Sayyid Nisa al-Alameen? 28. I am 59. What did she do? And most of the ulama, when you search about that, you know that it is yaqeen here. It's not the work, the act, the belief is the most important. When you believe in something, you're playing in a different league. It's different. If your iman is inside and strong, nothing will change it. But do you believe in this? Yes, yeah. Oh, what? Yaqeen, our yaqeen is not that perfect, but hers was perfect. Subhanallah, he stayed with her until she died. And she died on the year 10 of Al-Hijrah. And his uncle died in the same year. That's why they call this year Aam al-Huzn. Because he was sad. Again, the Prophet, it's a calamity, right? We talked at the first khutbah. It's a calamity. The Prophet, what did happen? Allah brought him in a tour to see the universe and see Jannah and Nar. and come to a place that there is no one in this universe have gone to. Al-Maqam al-Mahmud. He went to a place that even Sayyidina Jibreel himself couldn't go in. And he told the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام, إِذَا تَقَدَّمْتَ اخْتَرَقْتَ وَإِذَا تَقَدَّمْتَ احْتَرَقْتَ. If you go, you will go through. But Sayyidina Jibreel, if he goes in, he will burn from the lights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the Prophet went to this place. And then he came back. He came back. I think I reversed it. He came back and went to Ta'if because he was looking. He was looking, and imagine now that his people, no, I'm right. His people didn't like him, and he went to Ta'if to ask support. And what did Ahl Ta'if do? They brought the kids and stoned him. Calamity again. And he went. What did he do? Allahumma inni ashku ilayka da'fa quwwati wa qillata hayati. And he started praying, and the whole universe shaked. Because of him, even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Sayyidina Jibreel and the king of mountains for his support. I always think about it and think with me, Sayyidina Jibreel himself can do it, can destroy the whole earth. But why Allah sent another angel? Maybe, my thought. Inshallah we'll know when we go to Jannah. We can ask this question. But I believe that to tell the Prophet, you're so valuable to us. How many times every one of us saw that? You're so valuable. Allah can send you something to help you and support you. When the world is dark, pitch dark, nothing there. You cannot go anywhere. Allah send you something to support you and help you. How many times? Allah told him, specialized angel is coming to you. Do you want the angel talked? And he said, do you want me to destroy them? And the Prophet said no, because he's, like I said in the ayah, لَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ رَسُولٌ مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ عَزِيزٌ عَلَيْهِ مَا عَنِتُّمْ. He's so sad that you're doing what you're doing. حَرِيصٌ عَلَيْكُمْ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَؤُوفٌ رَحِيمٌ. He loves all of us. He doesn't want any of us to go to hellfire. And then he went in year 6 to Sulh al-Hudaybiyah. And year 8 he opened Mecca. And then he died in year 11 of Al-Hijrah on Monday, 12 of Rabi' al-Awwal. Then if anyone tells you that you're celebrating 12 of Rabi' al-Awwal, which is coming on the 20th, I wrote it here. I wrote it here. Anyway, he died in September here. It's in this month, 27th, I think. Then really we're celebrating his death. You're not celebrating his birth. 12 of Rabi' al-Awwal is celebrating his death, not his birth. We don't know, cannot guarantee 12 Rabi' al-Awwal. But we can guarantee he died on 12 Rabi' al-Awwal. But we know that he born on Monday and he died on Monday. 27th of September. There it is. Again, I'm repeating, the Prophet has 4 girls and 3 boys. Zainab, Ruqayyah, Kulthum and Fatima. And the boys are Qasim, Abdullah and Ibrahim. All of them died in his lifetime except Fatima died after his death for 6 months. And not only that, Ibrahim was not from Khadija. She was from Maria. That's why some of the Egyptians, like me, I'm bragging about it. I said, we have a relation. But anyway, I don't know if I have a relation even. I don't know that. At that time, people move everywhere from this universe. But anyway, alhamdulillah. Maybe I'm from Pakistan. Who knows? My family moved from there. Or maybe I'm from India. I don't know. Everyone is, I am from this place. Really? Are you sure? When I asked my father, my grandfather was from Sudan. And his grandfather moved from somewhere he doesn't know. And everyone is, I am from Kashmir. I am from Pakistan. And he's fighting for that. Don't. Think again. We are one family. Islam is our family. The Prophet ﷺ, and I'll finish with that. The Prophet ﷺ, when you meet him, you need to know him. and to know Him, you have to invest a little bit time. Maybe you ask your youth, our youth is better than us in computer. Let's ask them, make an essay about the Prophet. He's born or dead in 12 of Rabi' al-Awwal. Let's make an essay. What do you know about the Prophet? Write 2 pages about him. And maybe give him some money. I have no problem. And if you want to get help, I can help. But let's know the Prophet ﷺ, because they are the one who lead the place after us. We need them. We need everyone. Remember, the khutbah was about calamity. The khutbah about the calamity, and if you need to go away from your calamity, teach yourself. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-hammi wal-hazan. Remember that, and remember all the dua that you can get, and remember to teach your youth that Allahumma اهدنا فيمن هديت اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من الهم والحزن وأعوذ بك من العجز والكسل وأعوذ بك من الجبن والبخل وأعوذ بك من غلبة الدين وقهر الرجال اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفاف عنا اللهم إنك عفو كريم تحب العفاف عنا وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وقوموا إلى صلاتكم رحمكم الله وأقم الصلاة. جزاك الله خير.
الله أكبر.